Hello everybody, it is Nayboy here, and today we're playing more Garry's Mod, another update video. This is a castle map. It's pretty interesting actually, it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat, but it's an update video of course, like any other time. I have a couple of main points that I want to kind of talk about mostly, and there's one main point that I just want to get out of the way. So everyone's kind of been wondering what's my next project. Some of you may know actually because you've asked me and I've come out and said in the comments and stuff. Yeah, so my next project tomorrow, starting Monday, will be the beginning of my next project, which will be Persona 3. The answer. I got the Slim PS2 in the mail, plugged it in. Put in the Game Shark, and it didn't work. So yeah, and then I was like, all right, that's cool. That's really stupid. Like a Game Shark, like it couldn't work on either system. Like it's the worst product in the history of the world. Even though I have a older PS2, it didn't work on, and a brand new one. Pretty much, it was a 2008 model, so it's like really late. And it's still just nope. But the Action Replay Max worked phenomenally, if I can talk phenomenally. I don't even know. Yes, phenomenally. Yeah, that's a word. So it worked phenomenally. So got it all running and stuff, and it worked all great. And so yeah, I recorded that Let's Play in 2 days. So it's a 9-parter. There's 9 parts. And yeah, I really went all out on it. But there is one mistake, which I want you guys to know this straight up so you don't mention it in the comments. But basically, after part 3, for some reason, when I came back the next day to record the rest of the parts, I thought that there was I was starting on part 5, not part 4. So I said in the beginning of part 4, I said it was part 5. And then I just kept going with it because I never checked it. So I was like, alright, cool, this is part 6. And then I kept on going. So I keep going until the last one, which I said was part 10, but it's actually part 9. I just never checked until I was done with the recording at all, I don't know why. Somehow I just got confused, and I was sure that I recorded 4 parts. But yeah. So basically, that's the main thing you gotta watch out for. If I say it's part 5 and it says part 4, it's not like I messed up with the video editing. No, that's just what it is. So yeah, that's the main thing. The second thing I really wanted to talk about was just the simple thing of Persona 4. I know pretty much, for the most part, it seems like most people want me to continue along with that plan of doing the New Game Plus. But so I actually went ahead and started recording it. I thought, I had a pretty good plan for it. I was like, alright, this is going to be smooth, it's going to be cool. And I recorded the first 4 parts of it, almost literally about 4.5 hours of content. That's how long the episodes were. So I took a whole afternoon just recording, and I ended up with 4 parts. And and then I started to think about it, because once you start getting into the game more, it's gonna get really boring. I feel like the way I'm doing it, is that there's no cheat codes, just the fact that basically the thing that's changed is the I'm trying to think here. The thing that I changed was that I was doing a New Game Plus, so you were seeing me having high-level personas, like all the personas in the game, and pretty much it was more or less I had like all the best skills. I even had Victory Cry, which Victory Cry, if you don't know, after every single battle, you were gaining your full HP and SP. So, I pretty much could grind forever at that point, and the battles were really getting redundant. I was even playing on Expert, because I was like, well, there's not going to be a bit of challenge. I even died on the first boss, Yosuke, when he turns into that frog thing. You'd be surprised on Expert. Like, if you're going into that fight, like, not expecting anything, that fight can give you a challenge if you don't know what to expect. But, yeah, so and pretty much, I don't know, I feel like it's boring, honestly. There's not like a lot of content that I feel that is like, I don't feel that, like, if I continue with the series, like, if I just went through with it and, you know, started recording episode 5 tomorrow or whatever, I feel as if people, no one in the world would watch it. I don't think anyone in their right mind would watch that. And I mean, like, I even think for the most part, most people wouldn't even watch my already, you know, Persona 3 and Persona 4 Let's Plays already. You know, I think that if you do watch them, I'm pretty sure most people skip through a lot of the battles. Because, I mean, if you don't, it just gets really redundant, I kind of feel. But you know, this takes it to a whole nother level where the battles, literally, I just walk into the battle and I don't have to do anything. I just hit one button and it's over. And you know, I want to do the battles. It's not like I mean, if I could just rush through the game without doing any battles, but then Charlie, I should say, doesn't have any HP or SP because he's still at level 1 from the beginning of the game. And then I can't, you know, if I get hit once, I'm dead, and I can't cast any more than like one spell because I'm using higher level personas. So it's just really, I kind of want to cut out a lot of the battles. I think that makes sense if I'm doing that. But okay, so here's the thing. You know, it's already been talking a lot. Pretty much, I've really said nothing more or less. But so I have a little list here that I have of what kind of some ideas that I have. So the first thing is that I want it to still be interesting, but you know, I don't want it to be stupid easy because, you know, the answer was like that in a lot of ways for me. You haven't seen it yet. If you're watching this video when it came out, you haven't seen it yet. But I mean, it's I changed it up a little bit, and you'll see that you'll see how I changed it up, and it makes it more fun and interesting. But it only was interesting for that 30, you know, not even near 30 hours, but for that, you know, time that I was playing the game. So that about 10, you know, hours that I played the game, it was fun for that. But I don't think it'd be fun over a course of a full game. And that idea was that every time I would get a new persona to come up in this shuffle, I would have to switch to that persona, and I would have to use it until I got another new persona in the shuffle. So that means I was just constantly changing up my moves, constantly changing up the persona, and yeah, I mean, it worked. It made it a little more interesting because I had to go into some boss battles with like a really crappy persona. But at the end of the day, it didn't really make it like super compelling or anything. And I'm questioning if I should use that again for this Let's Play of Persona 4 New Game Plus. So I don't think that you guys really have an opinion on it as of right now because you haven't really seen it yet, obviously. But maybe once you guys do see it in the Persona 3, you know, the answer, you guys can have a more you know, informed opinion on that matter, and you can tell me if you want that or not. I mean, but I don't know when I'm going to start this. You know, it could be too late. I don't really know. But so I want to play the game on expert. I think that would be an interesting, compelling thing. Because if I play it on beginner again, or even if I just turn up to normal, I don't think it's going to be any more compelling than it already is. I think expert is pretty much a must. I feel like it is. But you know, it's going to be much harder, and it's probably going to make the game much longer. But I feel that is if I want it to be compelling, I feel like that is a much needed factor. So I don't want to make the game stupid easy. I don't want to go with infinite HP. I think infinite health is just out of the question, but that's up to you guys for the most part. I myself don't really care like extremely a lot at all. Oh Lord, what have I done? Yeah, this hallway, you're not supposed to be able to get through it. So I don't feel, yeah, infinite health, I don't think that'd be an interesting thing, but maybe some people might think it is. I don't know. One of the things that I think I might want to do for sure is infinite SP. And for the most part, I mean, it's not really cheating because you have infinite SP, yes, and you know, the only thing that SP really does in Persona 4, it doesn't really come into play during the battles at all. What it comes into play is that it's basically a timer of how long you can go into this dungeon until you have to back out because you run out of SP. That's I mean, in Persona 3, of course, you can just go back to the, you know, that one middle room and you're done. You're all full HP, full SP. But in Persona 4, the SP was more or less a timer of like, okay, you can be in the dungeon for this many amount of spells, and once you don't have any more SP, you're pretty much done. So I don't think Infinite SP is that big of a deal. I think that honestly, it just allows me to play longer. You know, it allows me to get a dungeon done in one day rather than having to span it over multiple days. I think that's the only thing that really it does. It doesn't break the game, I don't think, at all. I don't think it makes it stupid easy whatsoever. I mean, I can cast a lot of spells. I don't have to worry about conserving SP. But the only reason you want to conserve SP is so you can play longer. You don't conserve SP because, you know, oh, I need this for this one battle. No, it's always the amount of time you can be in a dungeon is your SP. So, yeah, I think that Infinite SP is fine, but that's still, I think I should probably slowly leave that up kind of to you guys. I want your guys' opinion. You know, if you think that it's overpowering or whatever, then please elaborate on why. I would love to hear more opinions on this rather than just mine. But that's just my opinion. I'm sure you guys could have a different one. You might feel the same way as me. I don't know. So the other thing, max social links. So this is one of the main ideas that I had, and going into this run was that I would. Whoa, that kind of scared me there. I thought it was like someone. I thought it was like a figure, like a smoky figure. I don't even know. Jeez. So yeah, more or less what I was trying to say was that one of the main things that I went into this run thinking about was getting every single social link, maxing them all out. And I'm really sure that I want to do it, but I still want to know what you guys think of that. The thing is, you need to have infinite SP to do max social link, because if you know, it's a time thing. If you don't have, I mean, you need to be able to clear a dungeon in one day if you have to. If you know, you need to social link so much that you're not going to have any time for going to the dungeon every other day. There's no question. You need to do it in either 1 or 2 days. It feels like. So, I mean, if I had an infinite SP, I'd probably want to do it a whole dungeon in one day, get it done with, get it out of the picture, and then I can just focus on whatever I need to do. So, the other thing is that I think there's the other thing is going into it with a New Game Plus. That would allow me to not have to worry about getting my stats up. You know, the knowledge, the courage, all that. So there are two advantages to that, I think, for the most part. The first thing, I have more time to do social links. I don't have to go study at the library every day. You know, I can just do whatever I need to do to get my social links done. That's the main advantage. The second advantage is that, throughout the game, you will encounter options for your, to respond to people. And a lot of times you'll see a one that's like, oh, hold her hand, and you're like, dude, do it. And then it's like, no, you don't have enough courage. Now I will have as much courage as I could possibly have, and then you'll be able to see, you will be able to see the viewer. You will be able to see every single one of those if you haven't seen them already. Because a lot of them are like hold the girl's hand, or like Chie, like whenever you ask her for her number, usually you have to say, oh, it's for the investigation. I need your number. And now I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna ask you straight out, yo, what's your number, girl? What's your number? And it makes kind of interesting. So I think that going into the New Game Plus, it would basically make the compendium not needed. I don't have to register personas also. I would have every single persona. I wouldn't pull them out, though. I would probably want to go with it, because, pulling them out would basically mean that I would be making the game easy, just like my previous 4 episodes that I recorded. So, yeah, even though I would have the ability to do it, I don't think I would. I think I'd rather, maybe I could, but no, yeah, I would probably want to keep it straight, keep it real. I wouldn't want to damage that in any way, damage the integrity of the run. And so yeah, I think max social linking definitely something that a lot of people want to see. I would show all the social links and stuff like that. Okay, so now, yeah, one of the other things that I was thinking about was the kind of mini games or the meta games, which is like switching out every single persona. Like, I couldn't stay with one persona. Now, I kind of don't want to do that if I'm going to be doing the game on expert. Even if I have infinite SP, the reason I did that in Persona 3 was because the game was so, I made it so stupid easy with the cheats that it was like a fun like mini game. I don't think I'm gonna do it, but maybe that's up to you guys still. If you really want to see that, I mean, wait until you see it in Persona 3. The answer. If you like it there so much that you want me to do it again, it's possible, but I don't think I would, honestly. But yeah, I don't know. I was just throwing that out there. Like I already said, high-level personas, I probably would not want to do that because high-level personas make the game stupid easy. It's just like cheat codes. You have a level 99 persona in Yukiko's castle. You can walk through there with your a blindfold. You have Victory Cry on. You have infinite SP. You have infinite HP, more or less. It's walking through dungeons like that, and I don't think I want to do that. Also, another thing. Here's a big one. So I definitely want your responses on this because I have no clue. So there's two different aspects to this. Story. Do you want me to still play through the story? I mean, like, do you want me to skip all the dialogue, or would you rather me let all the story play out, listen to all the dialogue, maybe even read some of the dialogue, whatever? I mean, so what I'm thinking is that the social links, I'm gonna let them play. If it's they're not gonna be voiced obviously because they're social links, but I'm definitely gonna read all the dialogue because this is a max social link run. We're gonna show all the social links. That's how it's gonna be. But so what I want to know is about the actual story of the game, though. How the progression of the plot goes. Do you want me to let it play out, or would you rather me skip it? I mean, there's a lot of dialogue relating to the story. It will make the game longer. I mean, it's not like it's bad dialogue. It certainly has its elements to it, but it's all, at the end of the day, it's all up to you guys. I want you to respond to me on that. The other aspect is spoilers. What do you guys think about that? I know in my first Persona 4 run, which obviously was supposed to be spoiler-free, I may have alluded, well, I didn't really allude, but there were some early moments of the game where I was like, obviously this is what is happening. And, the thing is that you don't realize that something that, seems really obvious to you isn't always obvious to others. So even though the game obviously was alluding to it and like, yo, this girl might appear on the TV tonight, and like, oh, Kanji might appear on the TV tonight, and you're like, of course, game. Like, what do you think? You're basically telling me. And then if you say that to the viewers before the viewer actually knows for a fact, you get all up in arms, and I know that firsthand. That's what happened. But I don't think it breaks my Let's Play or anything. But that's what people think like that. So spoilers now, though. This is a second run. I'm gonna go ahead and assume, for the most part, I would hope that anyone watching this run would already have seen my first Persona 4 run. I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, the spoilers are cool. I mean, being able to just like you see something that's not even about to happen, but like, maybe you see the killer. I'm not saying if it's male or female or nothing like that. I'm not trying to spoil it in this video, but maybe you see the killer and you're like, hey, yo, that's the killer. Maybe there's something to that. I don't know. I mean, you could joke around about, maybe, oh, the killer just said that, haha, or something. I don't know. In the first 4 videos, there were a couple moments where that kind of stuff happened, and I feel like it was kind of genuinely funny. Kind of just a throwback. It feels a lot more personal because you're like, dude, yeah, I know, yeah. But so yeah, I don't know. That's something that I probably would want to keep going with. Spoilers, I'm gonna just say, just straight off, there are going to be spoilers. So if you're going into that for the story, I mean, that's another thing. Is like, do you guys want me to play the story? Do you want me to let all the cutscenes and all the dialogue? Do you want me to let that all play out or not? That's up to you guys. I mean, honestly, I don't know. That's a question that I think it's definitely up to you guys. I don't really know. I don't really care, though. Also, so, I mean, if you guys really love the dialogue and you're like, yeah, how about we just, play the dialogue and, like, we can just go along with the story if we want to. Or if someone doesn't want to, they can just skip through, 30 seconds and get past that. If they, however long it might be, they can just kind of skip forward a little bit if they don't want to see it. I think that's a perspective that probably a lot of people might have. I don't know myself. I'm just gonna leave it up to you guys and see what you guys say. So yeah, I'm gonna just say though, spoilers probably would be abound, probably. And that's pretty much all I have to say about the Persona 4 run. I'm really anticipating starting it. I really am looking forward to it. I love Persona 4 a lot more than Persona 3. Direct commands, hell yeah. And yeah, I think that, like I said, I don't want to make it easy. Infinite SP would be a thing. I definitely think Infinite SP is a good thing, but that's up to you guys still. I think that one of the things is I would probably cut out a lot of the battles. I don't think you guys need to see a lot of the battles, especially maybe towards like if there's a new Persona that we haven't fought yet, I might show it. But if it's a Persona that we keep on encountering like over and over, because I do want to be fighting a lot. Because if we're gonna be on expert difficulty, which I really want to do that, we're gonna need a good amount of XP. That's just straight up. That's exactly what's gonna happen. We need a lot of XP. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much that. Yeah. I don't even know what else to say pretty much, but yeah, if it were to occur that I was to garner the expert difficulty, I would obviously want to gain a lot of XP due to it would be a lot harder if I didn't. So I guess that's the main reason. This is not. I don't know why there's blood everywhere. Let's go. Whoa! They pushed me down here. Oh! This is not good. No. Ow. But, yeah. Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to mention or talk about. Basically, I just really want your guys' opinion on all that stuff, all the Persona 4 New Game Plus stuff. It'd be a great help, and I do mean great if I were to gain that info of what you guys wanted instead of me blindly going into it like those first 4 that I've already recorded. I'm already gonna say now that those first 4 you will never see probably. I'm never gonna put them up or anything like that. It's just. Yeah, I feel like they're boring. I wouldn't want to put them up there. I don't want you guys sitting through those. And yeah, those were. I already knew going into it. It's probably not going to go through like that. It was just more like a test for me to kind of like figure it out for myself. Like, is this what I should do? Is this what should I do? So basically, yeah. Don't feel sorry for me that you recorded 4 episodes. Oh, you can't even show them. I don't. Yeah, that was a decision that I made because I wanted to test it out. Because I don't want to have to record something that could be up to like 40 parts and then have it be a horrible series. That's I would rather record 15 parts and then delete them all rather than record 40 and then regret recording any of them. That's just me. So yeah, that's pretty much most of the updates. I'm gonna go ahead and say you can, if that's all you really wanted to know, then you can probably click off the video right now. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna think about stuff like, oh yeah, did I say that? That's probably what's gonna happen. I'm gonna shoot guns now. How about that? Are you guys into me shooting guns? Look, I like this gun. This gun's a cool gun. I like how it reloads. I don't know, maybe I could talk about, I'm thinking about making a game, there's, this is like a 7-year process of mine. I've envisioned making a game probably since I was 12, and that's probably when right around when I started trying to make one. There are basically, the way I look at it, 2 main ways to make a game. Either you buckle down and learn and become a programmer and learn how to program and code, or you go get one of those weird programs. It's like Game Maker or like RPG Maker. I remember like I played around with RPG Maker a lot, and I even made like a really cool game that I kind of regret now not finishing, because I mean it's a cool game, and I always really liked making RPG Maker games, and I put a lot of work and effort into it. I mean, like, people, like, this is the thing, is I have a lot of coder friends like that at my school. Well, used to be at my school back in my high school days. Way back when, last April or whatever. But back then I had like a lot of friends, and they were all, you know, coders or whatever. And well, there were a couple that I had in school that were coders, and then some I knew outside. Whatever, regardless, I would kind of show them the games that I would make in RPG Maker and or other programs like that, and they would like kind of scoff, like, whatever, it's not, you didn't even make that. It's like a program that made the game for you. But it honestly did require a lot of work. And there actually is some code and some script in those programs, because you know, making a game, if you're using the default tools, it's probably not going to be good. So I went in there and like did some things to the engine, and changed up the battle system a lot in RPG Maker with code. I mean, I learned a lot about programming then. It was really hard, but I did change a lot of things about the battle system stuff through code. I had to code all that in there. It was really crazy, but I mean, yeah, and so I decided like earlier, like yesterday, that I would try to actually, you know, become a programmer. I mean, like, not like a whole hog, like, yeah, this is the rest of my life. This is like a blood pact where I'm doing this. It was just like, yo, I should probably try. You know, I never tried to even get into anything. I tried to start developing in Java. I had like this online kind of textbook kind of thing, and it was, you know, at the beginning pretty easy, actually. I was like, dude, this is simple. Like, I should have just done this all along. I can like make games, but I mean, like, this is the thing. It's like developers, like, I don't know if they just want no one else to become a programmer ever, but like, those textbooks can just get like really insane. Like, they should just explain things in layman's terms. I think that would help a lot. But it's like you're just sitting there, and it's like, all right, I got this. Use this command to do, okay, all right, we got it. And then it's like, hey, just make sure you know that you like, this is, you know, you have to use this command and find the cosine of this, and it's like, and then, you know, you have to use tan of like 73 to use this code properly. It's like, obviously, you know, I'm just kind of using a little bit of hyperbole there, but that's what it felt like to me. I was like, dude, I don't even know what you're even saying. And you know, you read a paragraph and you don't understand it whatsoever, and then the next paragraph like refers back, like, oh, hey, remember that one? Yeah, let's do that again, but except for this time, let's just do some more numbers and throw them in there. And then you're like, dude, maybe I should just skip this entire chapter. But then you're like, what if something important was in there? And eventually I gave up. But I mean, if I sat down long enough with it, I probably could figure it out somewhat. But I don't have the dedication for that. I don't feel like I could ever do that, at least without a lot of work. But so yeah, I'm making a new game now in Game Maker, which is another program. It's actually a little bit more open-ended than RPG Maker. It's more of a make whatever kind of game you want. That basically more or less. I've decided, you know, I have some ideas. I haven't even really started, but I mean, working with 3D is really hard. So I basically decided to not really make like basically 2D models inside of a 3D game. That's what I'm doing. Kind of like Doom. Imagine Doom besides 4. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know, but it's, you know, like I said, haven't even started making it. Maybe it'll never come to be anything. I'm just kind of mentioning it. Yeah, basically, more or less, that is it for the video. Yeah, that's completely it. Thanks, guys, for watching, and please comment on Persona 4 New Game Plus or whatever it's gonna be. It might not even be a New Game Plus. I don't know. We'll see. So, well, yeah. See you guys later. Please help me. See you guys.